Well, you've heard of online phishing and probably smishing too, but now farcing is taking over as one of the major identity theft threats on the internet. Jennifer Lukey has the real deal tonight on just what farcing entails and how you can protect yourself against it.
How many times a day do you look at Facebook?
Constantly. I'm always on it, whether it's on my phone or on the computer, all the time.
3 times a day, probably.
And we've all gotten one of those friend requests from someone with a familiar name, a friendly picture, and a number of mutual friends. Normally, we just accept, probably without doing our due diligence. Well, that's how farcing begins.
It's not that they want to communicate with you, it's that they want to take your personal information.
Like your real friends, a scammer who is farcing gets access to all your contact information, your birthday, photos, check-ins, anything that can be of use.
Personal information that can build itself into a profile so that you can be impersonated.
And that false identity is then used for identity theft, cyberbullying, spying, and in some cases, even burglary. And it's not just your own identity you have to be worried about. When you say yes to that friend request, you're also giving the scammer access to your entire list of friends and families so they can get taken too, just like you did. So how do you avoid farcing? This is advice you've probably heard before, but you've got to stick with it. Only accept friends on social media that you truly know, not acquaintances. And of course, limit the personal information you share on your pages. And even then, you're not totally safe. So remember this.
The information's out there. Anything you put on the internet, you have to assume is kept by someone that may not be in your best intentions.
So less is best. That's The Real Deal. I'm Jennifer Lukey.